Look, here's the thing. You got to know. This man has had probably one of the most overrated careers ever. He's lost 6 finals, and one of them he was cramping. I don't want to hear it. That man is LeBron James, and he is not a top 15 player in the NBA this year. Prove me wrong.
Welcome back, everyone, to the podcast. We're coming at you live from the 515.
All right, today we have Will Lucas joining us, and we're going to talk about some good topics. We're going to start out with talking about Iowa State. What are your opinions on Iowa State there, Will?
Look, if we, I think Matt Campbell needs to be okay with giving away the playbook week 1 because the past couple of years we almost lost to UNI, and then we lose to a Louisiana team. They're good. I'll give them credit, but we should be able to beat them. But I think that might be our biggest issue. We need to release the playbook week 1. I think it'll be okay.
Agreed. That's the only way we're going to go undefeated.
Obviously.
I think we can go undefeated. I mean, we should beat Oklahoma State.
Yeah, we should have. And lost the second time either to Oklahoma.
No, I mean, we could have very easily won that game against Oklahoma too.
Me and Mason looked at each other after the Hutchinson face mask. We said we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, that was – oh, boy. I also think the targeting rule needs to be changed.
Oh.
What? I don't know what Akeem Young was supposed to do.
No.
Hit him with his helmet.
No, I mean, it hit his shoulder pads.
Well, the guy spun around into him. The thing is,
I don't get what Akeem Young is supposed to do.
No, and the thing is, you've seen it like the past few games, like the Clemson hit on Fields.
Oh, yeah.
Like that one, like they need to adjust it so it's like a flagrant 1, flagrant 2. Like we're still 15 yards with some of these hits. Kids don't need to be getting ejected for a full.
I don't think he should be ejected for that.
No, I mean, if anything, the Skolsky kid from Clemson put his own self at risk more than Fields. So
yeah,
I don't know. Targeting's terrible.
That does need to be changed.
I don't play football. Who cares if it's a helmet hit?
They can't even tackle anymore.
Concussions never hurt anyone.
No, it didn't.
Brees Hall, Heisman.
I think him and Brock Purdy are both in the top 10 preseason odds or something like that.
They got
boys number 1.
I mean, Brees Hall is going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to have a great year.
Especially after getting snubbed with Doak Walker.
He did get snubbed.
But, unfinished business next year, everything.
Well, he will, since I think Najee Harris will probably – is he a junior?
He's senior.
Yeah, he's going to the draft, and Travis Etienne's going. So he'll be the best running back in the country next year, for sure.
Already is.
Yeah, but I think he's going to have an even better year next year.
Yeah. I think next year we're still waiting on Kohler, but that's like kind of the last offensive person. They're going to have the entire offensive line, and then you get Downing back instead of Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Jake Hummels coming back. I saw that on Twitter today.
Yep. And Rodriguez coming back, he said on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Foster's going to be back on the left side. Like, there's no reason that offense probably isn't going to be it should be one of the best in the Big 12 because Ramondre Stevenson, there were Oklahoma running backs declaring for the draft, which means unless they get some superstar, they're not going to have a run game again.
Mm-hmm.
Rowdy Boy is the most overrated quarterback I've ever seen in college football in my entire life.
I agree.
He's a below-average quarterback, and I see him number 1 on the Heisman rankings.
He is not very good.
Absolute garbage. But I don't know if I'm more mad about seeing him as a number 1 on the preseason Heisman list or the fact that a guy who gets like 50 yards and a pick versus Iowa State's above Brock Purdy and Brees Hall. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, There's one thing I've noticed, it's that major sports networks do not like Iowa State,
No.
especially Reese Davis. I hate Reese Davis. I hate Reese Davis.
Well, it's interesting because Wide Right Natty Light had a podcast with him like the day before the championship game. And I think the big thing is, I mean, you can see it across like any type of social media platform. They just don't like seeing a team that's quote unquote not supposed to be there be up there. Cause like, for example, like Dylan Sainer, when he got like pancaked, where he didn't really get pancaked. He was like, he just ran a flat route to sell it. And
He wasn't even trying to block him.
Yeah, and it gets posted everywhere. Oh my God, 89 just got laid.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Sander absolutely rocks some kid from Oklahoma, nothing's posted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even see Sports Center post one thing about us winning the Fiesta Bowl, but they post every other New Year's Six.
Yeah, I mean, people love to hate on Iowa State. All the stuff I saw about like Coastal Carolina and Indiana, they both lost because everybody said that Indiana and Coastal Carolina should have gotten the New Year's Six over us. And Coastal Carolina lost to Liberty, and Indiana lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 500 because of that game. Indiana hasn't beaten a team over 500 this year.
Like the majority of the Big Ten.
Yeah, the Big Ten did not have a very good year.
No.
Trash.
Ohio State carried that conference.
I think you can make a legitimate argument that the Big 12 is the best college football conference.
Yeah. And I think we need to start taking off the Big 12 doesn't play defense because, I mean, I want to say 4 or 5 teams gave up 23 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Texas gave up 23. Oklahoma gave up 20. We gave up 17.
Oklahoma's defense was so good they had to bench Trask.
Yeah. The quote-unquote Heisman finalist threw 3 picks in 11 minutes.
But yeah, he's really good.
How trash can?
What do you think? What's your predictions for next year? Do we get to finally shut up all the 5 in a row because that's all Iowa has? That's all they know how to say.
I think we definitely can, especially since we're getting so many people back. I mean, it doesn't even. Where is it at?
It's in Ames.
It's in Ames. Then, I mean, if we can get fans there, then it's over.
Yeah.
They're not ready. Tyler Goodson's overrated. Petrus is awful. That defense is losing a lot of people. Iowa State can have a 10-win season.
Yeah. I honestly think the only game we're probably losing in the regular season is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I'd much rather lose to Oklahoma in the regular season because it always seems to be like whoever gets the first win, they lose in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
That just seems like for some reason, like anytime I watch a game, like I remember there's just so many games where it's like whoever plays them first, like the other team like loses in like the postseason. Like 2018, like Chargers lost to Ravens, like regular season we beat them in the playoffs. Like the rate or I don't know. There's so many situations that happens, and I don't know. I don't think Oklahoma's a quality team. That just seems like a game where it's like a slow start or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you look at like the Big 12 for next year. I mean, Texas is gonna be they're just not gonna be very good because they got to get a new coaching staff developed. Okie State's they're just I had high hopes for them, but they were ass. I don't know. The only competitor is gonna be Oklahoma in the Big 12, honestly.
Yeah, I think Texas is done for a little bit, especially since Sam Ehlinger's gone.
Yeah.
I think Sam Ehlinger's awful.
Yeah.
He might be one of the only reasons Texas was relevant for a while.
Yeah. Well, I think that Casey Thompson kid's going to be good. His only problem is like Texas hasn't had like a star receiver in years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I don't feel like Jalen Hurts was incredible at Oklahoma. He could run the ball, but the amount of yards that like CeeDee Lamb, like probably a good half of Hurts' yards was CeeDee Lamb just making people miss an open field. So just kind of like those Oklahoma quarterbacks, like they've been good, but they always have like some premier receiver. Like even like, when we had Lazard and Butler and Hutchinson was amazing this year. Like Texas just never has had their premier receiver. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sam sucks though. He's garbage.
Sam Ellinger is not very good.
Awful.
Yeah, he's putting the combo every year.
I mean, it's also annoying to hear the ESPN broadcast just loving Sam Ellinger, every inch of him.
Mm-hmm.
All they could do was give Texas credit for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the next day they said Texas basically handed us that game when they really didn't. They made some stupid 4th down calls and we just held them.
Yeah. I mean, when Reese Davis, when he was shocked that we moved up to 9 after beating Texas, and he said, "Oh, they gave it away." But just like as he said, like, I mean, it shows like the play calling. Like, I don't know how much time there was left. It was in the 3rd quarter, but that fake punt was that was one of the most stupid play calls in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Tom Herman's not a very good coach either.
Well, that's why he's on the market right now.
Yeah.
Matt Campbell's top 5.
Oh, easily.
100%.
I'd put him at number 4, probably.
Behind who?
I'd say Saban's 1, Dabo Sweeney 2, then probably Ryan Day at 3, then Matt Campbell, then Lincoln Riley.
I love it.
I like it too.
I mean, I think you have to put Lincoln Riley in there, especially since, Baker won the Heisman, went to the NFL. Kyler Murray won the Heisman, went to the NFL, both first picks.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't happen on accident. Jalen Hurts was, the runner-up or 3rd place or something?
I think he was 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, that does not happen by accident.
No. I mean, to be fair, like, he was gifted really good quarterbacks. Not saying that it's not a good job by him, but, like, I mean, you see what's happening with Rattler right now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Should we do some playoff predictions since that's tomorrow?
Sounds beautiful.
Let me get up this bracket.
Yeah. First game. The Lakers won since LeBron's so bad, right?
Dude, he sucks. He's not that good.
We'll get into that.
Just wait, man.
Colts Bills, first game.
Colts Bills?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bills are going to take it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I think Allen might poop his pants.
Josh Allen's a stud this year.
He's gonna be scared of Phillip Rivers. He's gonna tremble when he looks at that beautiful man, that 9 children Papa Rivers. He will tremble in the face of Phillip Rivers.
That defense is legit though for the Colts. I guess the Bills is too.
So is the Bills, and Stephon Diggs is open every single play.
And not hard.
I think the Browns would have won if they had their coach, but I don't think Stefanski or whatever can coach. So unfortunately, TikTok stars team's gonna move on.
No.
It's okay. Josh Allen can hand it to him.
No. They're gonna lose. I want first round exit ticket.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I would have to agree. I think the Browns are going to beat the Steelers.
I think if their head coach is coaching, they will. But I don't think they win without him. I mean, not that they can.
The Steelers are one of the most overrated teams in the NFL this year.
Oh, they are. They're terrible.
They're not good.
Garbage.
I mean, they I don't know, the ones at the beginning of the season, they weren't impressive. You'll hear them talk about, oh, we beat the Ravens, but I guess the Ravens are playing okay now, but I don't think they've been impressive.
Well, they beat them with RG3 as their starter.
Yeah, hurt Ravens.
Yeah. What since we're on the topic of the Ravens and Titans, I think this is the best wild card game of the weekend.
I'm going Titans.
I'm also.
I agree.
I want the Ravens, but
I do not want the Ravens.
can't beat Derrick Henry.
I don't think Lamar Jackson's good enough to win a playoff game.
No, I agree. What's your overall thoughts on Lamar Jackson? Overrated, just at the right spot, or not enough love?
He's so overrated.
Love
It's
it.
unbelievable. He's so overrated.
I absolutely love it.
Last year, he probably deserved MVP. I'll give him that. But this year, he's been awful.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll say about the MVP situation. Like, I think he was so loved by your sports centers, all your sports media. And I mean, I get it. Like, it's cool because no one's done that as running the ball like that as a quarterback since Vic. So it's impressive, I guess. But I don't know. I think you saw it like once the first team to figure him out was Tennessee, and he did nothing. And now this year, everyone just watches Tennessee, and he can't do anything. So he's got to learn to throw.
Lamar nothing against Tennessee.
Yeah.
The first game in the playoffs.
Yeah, last year.
He had like 600 total yards.
Yeah, but that
a couple
was
picks.
Yeah.
I want to look at that game actually.
Well, I remember this. Like, yeah, he had a lot of yards, but
not many of them were passing. There was a lot of rushing.
Yeah. And it was also kind of like there was a lot of garbage time stuff.
Yeah, that's where he got all the stats. I remember watching that game.
Because the Titans got up like 21 or something, and there was like 8 minutes, and they let him do whatever they wanted. They didn't care. And even I don't know. I don't think Lamar's impressive at all.
I agree. He might be one of the most overrated players in the NFL.
Passing attempts, 365 yards. That's passing. He threw the ball 59 times.
See, that's the thing. You're throwing it 59 times.
He ran the ball 20 times for 143 yards. So
he personally touched the ball, almost 80 times, and they scored how many points? 12?
Yes.
Exactly.
And he had 1 touchdown total.
Yep. And 2 picks?
Yep. And it was sacked times.
That's all you need to hear about that one. All right, NFC. Mason, I'm sure you've got your Seahawks over the Rams.
Easily.
Will?
It's either going to be a blowout win or it's going to be a close win.
I think the Rams are going to win.
Be a close win.
I think the Rams defense is going to show up again.
We'll see.
I think the thing is that quarterback is terrible because it sounds like Goff's not playing again.
Wolford, baby.
And at that point, they're going to run the ball. I don't even know if Cooper Kupp's playing. I know he didn't play last week either.
The Seahawks defense is not very good. And
Yeah.
neither is their offensive line.
Well, when you have Russ, you don't need an offensive line.
Aaron Donald's scary, though. Aaron Donald's really scary.
Just this week.
Russell Wilson, I hate him right now. That man sold me in fantasy for 10 weeks.
Well, he was incredible for the first 5?
Oh, he was fantastic. Would give me 35 a week. Then he was getting me 10.
He picked up Herbs, the rookie of the year.
I don't win the games. He didn't need to do anything special.
We didn't do anything special.
I needed him to get fantasy points. That's why I picked up Mike Glennon.
And how'd that work out for you?
Great. I got 4th.
With Mike Glennon? Didn't you
Mike Glennon
over Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I did.
That's blasphemy.
All right, on to the next one. The David Montgomery-driven Bears and the Saints.
Go Bears.
The Bears.
Go Bears.
Is Drew Brees is playing, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going Saints.
Nah.
The Bears, they can't keep up with Drew Brees. I'm sorry.
Well, if Nagy doesn't call plays, they're there because
Yeah.
apparently,
Like Sean Payton. The Bears.
I mean, I don't think the Bears are gonna win, but I mean,
Bears do have the best running back in the league, though.
obviously, easily.
I would have to disagree with you, Mason.
You disagree?
Yeah,
Better.
Over
best running
Amari.
back in the league. Plays for the Washington football team.
Oh, here we go.
And his name is Peyton Barber.
Here we go.
Peyton Barber. That man carried me in fantasy. He is an absolute beast.
You want to know what this guy said?
A hidden gem.
You want to know what this man said? He said that this dude, Peyton Barber, is the same talent as Brees Hall.
No, I said Peyton Barber was the Brees Hall of the NFL.
That's disgusting.
It's true. I'll stand by it. That Peyton Barber's a beast. He carried me week 1 in fantasy. He's the reason I won. I beat Owen Rosenmeyer by a lot.
Gross. Well, speaking of the football team, are they going to beat the Bucks?
Yes,
Yep.
they are. Peyton Barber is going to carry. They're going to ride on Peyton Barber, and Peyton Barber is going to lead them to a win.
Evan received a bit of backlash for his comments on Tom Brady being washed.
Chase?
No, Tom Brady. He said he was washed.
Chase said that?
You did.
Oh, yeah. He is still washed. He's not that good.
He's balling right now.
Yeah.
He was like, what, 3rd in passing yards this year?
Yeah, and he's up there.
Well, that's not hard to do when you have the receivers you have and the line you have. But hey, it's fine. I still don't think he's anything special. I don't care.
I think Tom Brady is 2 years from being done.
Ugh.
I don't think he's washed, though.
How about those Chargers, though?
What about him?
Well, how they're going to go another year without a Rookie of the Year?
That's for another day. Justin Herbert's easily your rookie of the year. Well, before we will, I don't know if we're doing it today or when we're doing the Justin Herbert versus Justin Jefferson, but we need your quick little input on that.
Is it who would I rather have?
Who's the Rookie
Who
of
do
the
you think will win the rookie of the year?
Oh. I don't even think Justin Jefferson should be the Rookie of the Year.
Love it.
Huh?
But I think it'll be Justin Herbert because I think Justin Jefferson's overrated. Justin Jefferson is overrated.
What?
He's not.
I mean,
that
I don't think he's overrated, but I don't think he's the rookie of the year.
I don't think he's a second-team All-Pro. That's for sure.
Oh, I agree.
Like all of Moss's rookie records.
I don't care. He's not that good.
You also, I will have to say this. You have to realize that Jefferson has Steele on the other side. He's getting double teamed. Jefferson's never getting double teamed.
I mean, that helps a bit.
Ball 100% of the time.
Huh?
Herbert has the ball 100% of the time.
Herbert?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not the one. He doesn't throw it every play.
You might as well. I don't know anytime you were running the ball without Eckler.
Actually, versus Miami, we literally didn't decide to pass the ball all game. We didn't have Eckler. There's plenty. Anthony Lynn was a running back at Buffalo. Running backs coach at Buffalo. All he wants to do is run, pass, run, pass. So actually, you're more than wrong.
You know why you didn't pass against Miami?
Chargers running backs they've had some struggles this year.
They have. What'd you say, Mason?
Defense.
What about defense?
I said Justin Herbert cracks against good defense.
Win.
Shut out. Let's just talk about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Bill Belichick does that versus rookie quarterbacks all the time.
What was it, 45-0?
Yeah, that was bad.
Rookie of the Year does not score 0 points.
Okay. That's one bad game. Everyone has a bad game.
Justin
Yeah,
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, I'm sure he had a bad game.
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely did.
okay, find it.
All right. In the meantime, I'll continue talking about why Jefferson is overrated.
Hang on, I'd like to say that you're going to pull up the first 2, I think, games that he didn't play, and those don't count. We're not counting those, or are we?
Jefferson? Because just because he didn't start doesn't mean he didn't play them. I'm pretty sure he had more yards in those 2 games than other games throughout the season.
Oh my!
He did. You're gonna act just because you don't start. You're not.
We'll see. We'll see.
As a receiver, you don't have to be the number. He's never been the number 1 guy all year. He's always been receiver number 2. I mean, he was number 3 for 2 games.
So what about when Thielen was out? Was he ever out? Hold up.
Like 1 game.
Yeah, he had COVID 1 game.
What game was that? I wonder.
I think Carolina maybe.
Check out those stats.
All right, let's look at these. Okay. The first 2 games. So when did he start officially?
I think week 3. I'm pretty sure.
So weeks 1 and 2, he had 26 and 44. But I'd like to throw out that in week 5 he had 23 versus Seattle.
Well, obviously it's one of the top defenses in the league.
No, the Seattle defense is
Week
awful.
7 against Green Bay at 26 again. And versus Tampa, he had 39. The game where Thielen was out, which was Carolina, he had 70 yards as the premier receiver. Yeah, I don't really understand what the big hype over him is, to be honest.
Hang on. Keep those stats up. Let's keep them up.
You also have to realize that Dalvin Cook is on there, which means they're loading the box. The opponent is loading the box almost every single play.
He's not wrong. Dalvin Cook is probably the second best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, so you can't not load the box, otherwise you're going to get burnt by him. And Minnesota's defense is awful, so who has the ball all the time? The offense.
All right, let's go back. All right. So, Green Bay. We're not counting the first 2 weeks, right?
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay, I have Dalvin Cook's stats up. 22 attempts, 181 yards, 1 touchdown. 27 carries, 130. 17 carries, 65. Got hurt at halftime. 30 carries, 163 yards. 22 carries, 206 yards. 30 carries against the Bears for 96. That's just 27 carries, 115. 18 carries for 61 against Carolina. So that they just played terrible that game, I guess. 32 carries for 120, 22 carries, 24 carries, 15 carries. So he has the ball way more.
Okay, yeah, but they're still stacking the box because they're terrified of Dalvin Cook breaking away.
Which means when you're stacking the box, most of the time you're putting corners on the island. When you put corners on an island, Jefferson's in one-on-one coverage with no safety help almost every single game. Any decent receiver who goes in the first round, I'd really hope you can beat one-on-one coverage.
Especially if he's a second-team All-Pro.
Yeah, anyone could do that. Anyone who didn't even make that list, anyone's number 2 receiver in the entire league could get past anyone on one-on-one coverage when you have no safety help. I'm sorry, but that's not special.
I can name 3 people on the Chiefs alone who can do that. Not even Tyreek Hill.
Willie Snead.
Huh?
I named someone who can't do that. Willie Snead.
Is he the number 2 guy? I
would assume.
Why can he not do that?
You said if you're a decent, you should be able to beat a one-on-one coverage.
Well, the fact that he's their number 2 receiver says a lot about the Ravens passing game.
The Chiefs wide receiver 2, 3, 4, and 5 can all get by one-on-one coverage.
2 of those 5 are also 2 of the fastest people in the league, so I would hope so.
Well, I'm not saying don't even mention Tyreek Hill. That's still 4.
Are you including Kelsey too?
No.
He's saying receivers, not tight end.
Who? Sammy
Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson, and Byron Pringle.
Who?
Byron Pringle. He did it versus the Chargers week 17.
Well, the Chargers suck. What do you expect?
Well, he's a what? The 4th-string receiver, 5th-string receiver, and he's beating our number one corner.
Yeah, we didn't play any of our starters.
Exactly.
Chad Henne lit up the Chargers. I would like to make that clear. Chad Henne went off.
Did you win that game, the Chargers?
The Chargers did.
By 17, because we're absolutely incredible.
That offense was spectacular.
We were like second in the league in offense for, I think, through December. I think the year we finished like 6th. Which, but yeah, back to the, receiver situation. Justin Herbert turned 2 rookie undrafted free agents into decent receivers.
Ooh.
Jalen Guyton and Tyron Johnson. Ever heard of them?
No.
Guyton's good. Guyton's good.
I mean, he's okay. He has plenty of drops.
He's big play dependable though.
He is.
Guyton,
But what do you say?
Guyton had one good game.
That's my point.
So how are they? What'd you say he turned him into?
A decent receiver from being an undrafted rookie free agent.
Decent.
He had over 500 yards and like 3 or 4 touchdowns. Tyron Johnson had like.
Guyton's gonna get a contract because of Justin Herbert.
Wait, what'd you say? What did Will say?
I said Guyton's gonna get a contract because of Herbert.
Oh yeah. And I will point out that if people are going to make the argument about, because that it's fair to bring up that Herbert had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Keenan Allen missed 4 games. Mike Williams missed 3 or 4 as well. In the games that we had, the game against the Raiders, we had neither Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. He still threw for 314 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm not denying that he's not good. He is good. He's not rookie of the year good.
So apparently breaking one all-time receiving yard record and one rookie of the week.
Randy Moss's.
Yes. That's cool.
I don't care. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care if it was Randy Moss. I think the thing is that it's the rookie record, and just because he broke Randy Moss's thing as a rookie, like you're just using a big name to make it seem like it's any better than it is. Because, I mean, 1,400 yards is really good. So just because it's Randy Moss, I don't think throwing in that name means anything. 1,400 yards, no matter what's really good.
Well, at that point, Randy Moss hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
Hadn't?
Not really.
It was his first year in the league. That's what rookie means.
He had one of the greatest rookie seasons ever.
In a different era of football.
Oh my goodness.
That is a real thing.
Oh,
that's just the truth.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not throwing any hate on Randy Moss. I'm just saying, like, you're using a player who played like how long ago? 20, 30? I don't know. It's been at least 20? His rookie year would have been like 20 years ago?
Something like that.
And it's a completely different game of football right now.
And
there's no hate on Randy Moss, but I just think using someone's name
easier now, actually, I would say.
Huh?
It's easier now.
It's easier now?
Yeah.
Well, then he should have no problem breaking that record.
Exactly.
I was saying that Randy Moss. Oh, that's what I was saying.
That it's easier for Randy Moss?
No.
That it's easier now in the league, right?
For Justin Herbert, yes.
How's it easier for Herbert?
QBs can literally come and go. Oh my goodness.
There's been teams who've been in QB carousels for 30 plus years. Look at the Jags. They haven't had a franchise quarterback in forever.
Are you forgetting their franchise quarterback they have right now?
Who?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew does not play. Mike
Glennon.
Mike Glennon plays over him.
Because they were selling games. They know who's better.
Uh-huh.
They're probably gonna have a franchise quarterback here pretty soon.
They already do. They're going to get a franchise receiver like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he will be a franchise receiver. I'm not saying he won't, but back to how Jefferson broke one receiving yards record and got one Rookie of the Week. Justin Herbert broke the passing touchdowns, which is now 31. Broke total touchdowns, which is now 36. Completions, which is like 390 something. 3+ touchdown games is like 6. 2+ touchdown games, I don't know how many is. It's a lot. 300+ yard games, it's like 8. Yards per game, that's the most. He was second in yards. He was 39 yards short, playing one less game. And not to mention, with 6 minutes left to go against the Chiefs, we had the ball, and he needed 39 yards, and Anthony Lynn decided to run the ball, up 17, against a game the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't care less about. 8 Rookie of the Weeks, now 9 after week 17. 2 Rookie of the Months. He was 4th in the league in completion, 6th in yards, 10th in touchdowns, and 4th in yards per game. And Jefferson broke one record. Congratulations.
Do you have any comments about that, Mason?
I just think it'll be quite funny and a disappointing feeling you'll have one time. That's all I'll say to that.
I just don't see what's so special about Justin Jefferson.
Oh, well, the world knows.
That Herbert is better.
No. We'll see. The world knows who's going to win.
I just like to point out that Herbert was
the worst division.
According to his average that he got this year, which I'll look it up just to double check. But if he would have played the 16th game, as most quarterbacks in this league did, he averaged give me a second. I gotta find the yards per game. I don't know. It's like, I think it's close to 300. He would have been at least 3rd or 4th in the entire league in passing as a rookie.
Okay.
And that's not your Rookie of the Year.
No.
How?
Like I said, it's going to be a disappointing feeling you're going to have. Moving on.
I'm sure. Okay, well, because you still think Justin Jefferson is all that, we're going back to the playoffs. So, according to your guys' matchup, you guys have the Bills and the Browns, right?
Yep.
Who's winning that for you guys?
Bills. Give me
Okay,
Bills. Let's simulate this little thing.
The what?
Let's go to the AFC and NFC championships.
Okay, well, first off, Tennessee or Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Oh, no. We don't know.
Kansas City or Buffalo?
Kansas City. No question. No doubt in my mind.
Josh Allen's making that far. He's confident in the playoffs.
I think the only team that can beat the Chiefs in this league right now is the Bills.
We're on the opposite side of the conference.
No one in the NFC is close. Kansas City. I'm sorry.
Imagine you playing the worst division in football. Come on now, get it together.
Who?
You.
Kansas City.
Well, them too, I guess.
Did you say the AFC West is the worst division in football?
No, it's second, probably.
Well, here's the thing.
Is it Broncos?
A couple years ago, the AFC West was the best division in football until the other 3 teams carrying their weight. Broncos used to be good. The Chargers used to be good, and the Raiders are
next year. We'll be good.
Okay. I would like some other teams to, pick up the slack a little bit.
Fair. But no hate on the NFC West. I know you're a Seattle fan, but no one in the NFC West is close to Kansas City or Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Yeah. Top 3 teams.
Buffalo's the only team that can beat us, and even that we beat them in the regular season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I know Buffalo's playing a lot better now, but they're the only team that can beat Kansas City. I think Green Bay is farther ahead than anyone in the NFC.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're close to Kansas City or Buffalo.
They probably will lose to the Bears after the Bears beat the Saints. That's who it is.
Green Bay?
Yeah, they'll lose to the Bears.
All right. Well, I think Kansas City's going to beat Buffalo, but I think they're the only team that can stop Kansas City from winning a Super Bowl again.
Like I've said, Chiefs versus Seahawks.
It won't happen.
Okay, well, back to that. You have Seattle and who? New Orleans or Chicago?
Chicago.
Okay, Seattle.
Why?
What do you mean? David Montgomery will literally carry.
Oh my God.
If Matt Nagy decides to call the plays, they will not win.
Matt, I think I'm like 90% sure Matt Nagy got his play calling privileges taken away from him.
It sucks. He wasn't giving the best running back in the league the ball.
Yeah. But I don't know why you're still picking Chicago there, but that's who you got. Obviously,
Yeah, it's confirmed.
you have the Bucks and the Packers. Will has the football team and the Packers.
I also have the football team. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, you did?
He's on the Peyton Barber hype train. I know it when I see it.
Okay. Does Peyton Barber lead the football team to a NFC Conference Championship berth?
He doesn't.
No,
Even,
not.
how is he?
Huh?
Peyton Barber. He doesn't even get touches.
He gets more touches than McKissick.
I thought Gibson got the most touches.
Yeah, Peyton Barber's the RB2. McKissick's just a pass catcher. I've done my research on this.
Okay.
All McKissick does is catch passes. Peyton Barber is the goal line back. He's the RB2.
I've never heard about this Peyton Barber guy until you started talking about him.
I would have to agree.
Peyton Barber's an absolute beast. I'd look him up if I were you.
I can watch him do a couple goal line runs.
Just watch him break away, man. Just watch and learn.
Where's Deshaun Watson going?
Chicago. As he should have been in Chicago 4 years ago.
No.
Yes.
Trubisky was the pick of the year. He still is.
Money Mitch.
Money Mitch has been balling lately, and like I've been saying, he's going to ball on the Saints, just like David Montgomery.
Trubisky's going to ball on the Saints?
Yep. I'm predicting 6 combined touchdowns from Trubisky and Montgomery.
I thought you were saying like Trubisky's going to go to New Orleans next year, and I said, no way.
Oh, that's possible, actually. I didn't think about that.
No, it's not. They're going to ride Taysom Hill.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the worst decision they've ever made.
Or Jameis Winston. You know, he led the league in passing yards last year.
And touchdowns.
And interception.
Well, I think it's possible that Bruce Arians contributed to that. Because Tom Brady had a pretty bad stretch, which he hasn't had in a while.
The Tom Brady hate continues.
No, that one was hate on Bruce Arians.
Who made Tom Brady the GOAT? Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick. Sorry.
Tom Brady did.
Bill Belichick is the man.
They didn't make the playoffs this year. I don't want to hear it.
They have.
Yeah, you had Cam. Cam is awful.
Cam's arguably the worst quarterback in the league.
He's awful. Well, Tua
is not the worst.
Imagine. No way you just said Tua is the worst.
Tua is awful. Have you seen that man? Tua is so bad. There's a possibility that the Dolphins are going to take a quarterback at the 3rd pick.
I don't think they will.
Lottery shot at a QB.
Dude, he's not good. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying he's spectacular. He's good. He's not.
No, he's below average, and that's being nice.
Starter somewhere. That's all I'm going to say.
Huh?
Ryan Fitzmagic should be a starter somewhere.
Yeah. He should start in Miami. He never should have gotten benched. That made no sense. They were playing fine. They randomly decided to bring Tua in. I have not seen Tua win a game this year. I've seen the Miami defense win every game that Tua's quote-unquote won.
Well, Tua, he does not turn the ball over very often. That's probably the one good thing about him.
He's a game manager, but you look at game managers in the league like Tyrod Taylor, he's awful. I'm sorry. He doesn't turn the ball over.
No. You're not getting away from that. No.
What?
No. You said at the beginning of the season that Tyrod Taylor is better than Justin Herbert.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I never once said that.
Oh, I know you did.
I said that Tyrod was a lot better than people thought. And after I watched him in one game, I found out he was absolute.
Taylor is the same as Lamar Jackson.
He is. He is so much better than Lamar. Lamar's awful.
They literally tried to kill the man.
Good. I hope whoever that doctor is gets Patrick Mahomes' contract. He deserves it. He brought out the Rookie of the Year.
The runner-up, but sure.
No, the winner.
We don't need to go back into this.
Well, whoever that doctor is deserves Mahomes' contract. I'm sorry. What a genius. He saw the potential in the Rookie of the Year, future league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Justin Herbert.
That's a stretch.
No, it's not. We will win a Super Bowl within the next 4 years. Mark my words.
Oh, with your next Legion of Boom?
Yep.
The Jack Boys Legion of Boom?
Yes, we will revamp it.
The Chargers won't win the division for another 9 years.
We're winning it within the next 2 years.
There's 9 years left on Patrick Mahomes' contract after this year.
And there's 3 more years left on Herbert's rookie contract, which means we're not paying a lot for him. And we get to load up his weapons.
Well, the way Brett Veach, who's by far the best GM in the NFL, I would like to say, because he figured out how to pay Chris Jones and Tyrann Mathieu and Kelsey and Mahomes. So Mahomes is his contract is every year he's getting a certain amount of money. It's not the same every year. So we can pay our players every year. Our salary is fine. Mahomes, as long as he steps on the field for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chiefs are winning the division every single year, as long as he breathes.
I hate to break it to you, but Chargers are Mahomes' kryptonite. He just does not play well against us.
Mahomes hasn't played well for 6 weeks.
Evan.
No, I know. But Mahomes was 50% versus us week 2 in 200 yards back in.
He still made some crazy throws against him.
That Mahomes always makes. He's going to make crazy throws.
He's so good.
I have not seen Mahomes play a Mahomes game against the Chargers once in his career.
I think I think the Chiefs were just bored this year.
Yeah.
Because we can, every time we step on the field, we can score. I think we just want to make it interesting.
Well, apparently you got locked up by the Falcons.
Dude, Young-Ho Koo sucks. Young-Ho Koo is awful.
Well, you should have lost that one a million times.
Absolutely not. We deserved to win that game.
Dropped pick. Not to mention how many times did
Mahomes leads the league in drop picks.
He actually broke a record for it. Somehow he found a way.
No, I don't know. Well,
another record.
The luckiest QB in the league.
Russell Wilson.
Imagine saying that. Wow. Wow.
Russell Wilson is so bad. I hate him.
Didn't he throw 5 picks versus the Rams or something?
I'm glad that this is recorded so I can post this.
Good.
Documented for when we dub you guys. And I'm just going to go back and I'm going to clip this. And
you're going to be lucky to get past the divisional, my friend.
Imagine.
You probably will, but you're not going to get in the Super Bowl.
You're not in the playoffs. You can't talk.
I can talk.
You couldn't even be in this convo right now. You're not even in the playoffs.
I can talk. Morally, we finished the year strong on a 4-game win streak. Justin Herbert looked incredible. We fired Anthony Lynn. I don't think the end of the year could have been much better. The month of December was awesome.
Just wait till he has a torn ACL and doesn't come back.
Herbert would never tear his ACL.
Imagine. He's
he is a mammoth.
6'5" for what?
Huh?
6'5" for what? To not win Rookie of the Year? Golly.
Just wait. How many weeks is that? 3 weeks away? Oh, it's going to be a glorious Saturday.
You're going to have quite the Instagram story that day.
Oh, I will. I'll be posting all of this stuff about his speech and crediting his teammates and his coaches, hoisting the trophy, just setting in the record books the best rookie quarterback of all time.
I think
that's not even close.
Transition out of the football conversation.
That might be true.
We didn't even predict who's winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, I already did. I did. We know who Will's picking, so it's just you.
It's the Chiefs. I hate to say it, but they're back in the back end. They're going to go back to back.
I'm going to go against that pick.
They're going to beat the Packers in
Now, that's a bad
Super
pick.
Bowl.
That's a bad pick.
No, they're gonna win back to back over the Packers.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take this time to transition us into the basketball world.
Who's your pick for the Super Bowl?
Me?
Yes, you.
I think that's pretty clear. The best quarterback in the league, one of the best performing defenses at the
The
moment.
best quarterback in the
Top
league.
10
I
receivers,
cannot believe you just said that.
top 10 receivers, a top 15 running back.
I'd say he's the fifth. He was the fifth best quarterback this year.
Okay. Only QB.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was one.
Mahomes,
Mahomes was two.
Josh Allen's 3.
Josh Allen was three. Deshaun Watson was four. And
Yep.
maybe Russell Wilson was
How are
five.
you going to put a 4-11 guy, 4 and 11, sorry, ahead of a guy who went 12-4?
I mean, Russell Wilson, that man. For one reason, he sold me in fantasy. I hate Russell Wilson.
You don't take him
Worst pick I've ever made.
next year. Don't take him next year, and he'll just kill you next year.
I won't take Russell Wilson next year.
Fine by me. I'll take him. That'll be my first pick if Wiggs lets me play. All right. Anyway, transitioning into the basketball world, the long conversation with the guest. His phenomenal basketball takes he's got.
I've got some good takes.
The most anticipated one, obviously.
Look, here's the thing. You got to know. This man has had probably one of the most overrated careers ever. He's lost 6 finals. And one of them he was cramping. I don't want to hear it. That man is LeBron James, and he is not a top 15 player in the NBA this year. Prove me wrong.
I'm gonna have you prove yourself wrong.
I want you to prove me wrong.
I will. But we're gonna go with this. Name 15 players better than LeBron James at the moment.
All right, I'm gonna need to look at the NBA roster. Well, for one, Tyrese Halliburton, the rookie of the year.
That I agree with. Not that he's better than LeBron, but the rookie of the year part.
All right. Oh, here we go. All right. This is not in order. I like that clear. I'm just listing off players.
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Devin Booker, and how many is that?
I lost you at Russell Westbrook.
I'd rather have Russell Westbrook than LeBron James. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh.
I'd rather have Russell Westbrook.
This is the worst conversation ever. What?
I'd rather have Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry.
He's like 1-9 right now.
I mean, that's not his fault.
Taco Fall literally ate him today.
Well, I mean, I personally would rather have him.
So you want zero finals appearances?
Russell Westbrook has never been to a finals. Is that what you just told me?
Has he? Oh, he had one.
When LeBron got carried by Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Ray Allen. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
I'd rather have Nikola Jokic. I'd rather have Andre Drummond. I'm sorry.
Andre Drummond.
DeMar DeRozan. I mean, the list goes on.
DeMar
DeRozan's nice.
Who did you just say?
Which one?
Before DeMar.
Andre Drummond. Prove me wrong.
Andre Drummond.
No, there's other people in there. Prove me wrong.
How would you like me to do that?
I want you to tell me how those people are better or how they are worse than LeBron James this year.
Okay. So KD, we'll just start with him. He has 3 rings, same as LeBron. 4 rings LeBron has now. I forgot about that.
How many times has Kevin Durant lost in a finals?
1.
One.
To who?
To LeBron when he got carried.
Oh. Probably led his team in every statistical category, but got carried.
I don't really care.
Huh?
I don't care. When back in that, you got to keep in mind when back then, when the pressure was on, LeBron would always pass. You remember that?
No.
How do you not remember that? That was a huge debate.
That he would pass?
Yeah, people were calling LeBron all kinds of things. He wasn't clutch. He wasn't this. He wasn't that.
Not clutch.
Back then, they weren't.
He has more game winners than every person you just named.
Back then. I'm not saying now.
He's okay. That's just stupid.
Oh, man. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't tell me you would rather have Giannis than LeBron.
You said Giannis is better than Charles Barkley.
I did not say that. I wasn't even involved in that argument. I remember it.
Oh my! Giannis.
That was Bryce. I remember that.
Oh, Giannis. What a guy! Love the guy.
But Giannis probably is better than Charles Barkley. Just saying.
An NBA legend is okay. Sure.
Giannis is already an NBA legend.
If he retired today, he is not making the Hall of Fame.
Back-to-back MVPs.
0 rings.
He shouldn't have had.
There's people. Charles Barkley doesn't have a ring.
Yeah, but
he actually got there.
Giannis hasn't been there.
Well, once he gets there.
If he gets there.
Yeah.
He's getting there this year. I'm calling it.
Not if Jason Tatum, who's better than Luka Doncic.
I can't believe you said that.
You act like that's a horrible take when you just said LeBron James is not top 15.
That might be you saying that Doncic is worse than Jason Tatum might be the worst take I've ever heard.
You just said LeBron James is not.
Well, I gave you a realistic take. You are just saying some blasphemy over there, trying to say that Jason Tatum is better than Luka Doncic.
Not even a bad take at all. Look at the season.
That's an awful take.
Look at the seasons this year.
Huh?
Look at the seasons this year.
Should I right now?
Yeah.
Let's look at what Luka's averaging. He has played in 2 games this year so far.
Okay.
And in those games, he's scored. Wait, no, I lied. Okay, so in the games he's played, I'll just give you the past 2 weeks. That's what pulled up. The other night he had 38 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists. Houston on the 4th, he had 33, 16, and 11.
He had 19 assists?
13.
Oh, still. Let's go through his whole season now.
He's averaging 27, 9, and 8.
Not bad. That's Luka, right?
Yeah, it's Luka. Let's look at Tatum.
Wow, this guy sucks.
Jason Tatum is averaging 26, 7, and 3.
32, 27, 40, 24, 28, 16, 27, 25, 20.
So not only does Luka Doncic have better numbers, he's better.
Okay. Luka has the ball every play. Tatum does not.
Oh my God. I don't want to hear this. Jaylen Brown sucks. I don't care what anyone tells me. Jaylen Brown is awful. Jaylen Brown is not good at basketball.
42 and 3/4. How is that awful?
I've been saying Jaylen Brown is bad for 2 years now.
Why?
He's not good.
What are you
not-
basing this logic off of?
Not clutch. He can't score. Marcus Smart also sucks.
Flop is smart.
I hate Marcus Smart.
Defenders in the league. You probably think Patrick Beverly's good, don't you?
Not an offense.
You think he's a good defender?
You don't?
Oh, Hack-a-Shack.
Is Patrick Beverly a bad defender?
He's a hacker.
I mean, it's a yes or no question.
No.
He's not.
He's a fraud.
He's a good defender.
He's a fraud. 100% a fraud. Lonzo Ball, best ball brother easily. One of the top PGs in the league also.
All right, let's think about Lonzo Ball versus Patrick Beverly. What happened in Lonzo Ball's first NBA game?
Well, Patrick Beverly thought he was the stuff, and he tackled Lonzo. I don't think Lonzo scored very well, though.
I think he had, 3 points?
Probably. Something along those lines. Look at the previous matchup. See what Lonzo did to him.
Lonzo had 5 points tonight.
Versus Melo?
Melo had 12, 10, and 9.
Yeah, he's all right.
You call him a bust.
He is a bust.
He's
0
not a
first game. Gosh,
He's not a
you're
bust.
so talented.
He was almost. If he would have gotten one more assist, he would have been the youngest person ever to get a triple double.
Cool. He still didn't take a picture with me, so he's.
Is that why you hate him?
Oh, 100%. Used to love
When
him
did you try to get a picture with him?
in LA. I asked him. I was right next to him. And I asked him, and he told me no. He said he was not taking pictures that day.
I mean, you probably deserved it.
Nope.
You think Tatum's better than Luka? Oh my God!
I also think every player to ever play basketball, not in the NBA, normal basketball, is better than LaMelo Ball.
Are you saying so? Who's better than LaMelo Ball? Everybody.
Anyone who's ever touched a basketball.
So you think you're better than LaMelo Ball? Unbelievable.
How are you saying that is unbelievable, but yet you are saying LeBron James not top 15?
So anybody who's ever touched a basketball,
Yes.
well, I know some pretty young people what about somebody who's 5 and touches a ball?
Anyone who has touched a basketball.
All right. We need to move on from this. I can't listen to the blasphemy that's coming out your mouth right now. I can't believe you.
Interesting.
Can't believe it.
Well, what do we want to move on to?
Something else. You're. Oh.
You've been going for a while. How long have you been?
Huh?
A good hour.
Any
What'd you
last
say?
hot takes, Will?
God, what else have I said? I've had some bold statements over the years.
A lot to pick from.
Paul Pierce is more clutch than LeBron James.
I think the guy has one game winner, honestly, that I can think of.
Who was that over?
He was on the Wizards, and it was a bank shot.
Remember in the conference finals, I want to say 2013, 2014.
I'm sorry.
Paul Pierce.
If you have to leave the game in a wheelchair because you pooped your pants.
Lamar Jackson had to almost do that. He left the middle of the game to go poop.
Oh my God. He said he didn't even have to poop.
I mean, he's lying, and Paul Pierce also said that.
Paul Pierce admitted to pooping his pants. When he's being carried off the court, you can see the poop stains in his shorts.
When did he admit to it?
Oh my goodness. He pooped his pants.
When did he admit to it?
If you pooped your pants in a playoff game, would you admit to it after you've been carried off the court and placed in a wheelchair? Would you admit to pooping your pants?
Honestly, yes, I would. You got to be loud and proud.
No, you would not. And then come back. Not only did he do that, he was holding his knee like he has torn every part in his knee.
Somehow he pulled it off. Unbelievable performance. Nights like that don't come very often.
He probably had like 12 total points that game.
I mean, he was clutch at the end. Remember he had a dagger on LeBron?
No, don't.
You don't remember that?
No.
I'd look it up if I were you.
If we're going to talk about someone who got carried, let's talk about Paul Pierce.
Let's talk about LeBron. LeBron got carried in the finals this year and in the playoffs by Anthony Davis.
You see the team he was on.
LeBron's team?
He had a 40-point triple-double and lost. How was that carried?
You have to play better if you're LeBron. Gotta do more.
He had a 55-point triple-double against the Warriors and lost.
Well, you gotta play better. I don't know how else to explain to you that if you lose, it's not enough.
He averaged like 43 points a game.
I think that's true. I think it was something like 30.
Okay.
Whatever he did, he still lost.
Lost?
Lost.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, so I guarantee you LeBron's been in more finals than probably most of the people you put ahead of him combined. Most.
You're probably right, but that's not what we're talking about. I don't know. Pure basketball ability. They're better right now.
You think there's someone who has better basketball ability than LeBron James?
I just gave you a whole bunch of names.
You think all those people are more talented than LeBron James?
Yes, LeBron is getting old and his hair is thinning. I also think LeBron used performance-enhancing drugs when he was in Miami.
For what?
Mike Korzemba made a whole video about it.
This is nonsense.
Mike Korzemba made a whole video about it. His hair disappeared, and then suddenly, when he goes back to Cleveland, his hair comes back.
His hair didn't come back till he went to L.A.
It came back in Cleveland a little. There's a Mike Korzemba video on it. I'll send it to you.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Great guy. I love Mike Korzemba.
Like a figure. Quite delusional, if you'd ask me, but
Jay. Let's check him out.
I don't think I will. I don't think I'd need to lose more brain cells.
Well, you think Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the NFL, so you don't have much. You also think LeBron is good at basketball right now.
Imagine. That's so blasphemous. Golly, I'm gonna get so many views on this video now.
You're welcome.
Goodness. Can't wait to clip these. I'm gonna have a whole lot of clips from this episode.
You're welcome. I'm giving you so many views right now. I'll give you more. Peyton Barber is going to have a great game. He's going to carry the Washington football team this week against the Bucks.
Anything it takes, I guess.
Like, I know Chase Young's excited. It's going to be the Peyton Barber show.
They'll probably get a maximum of like 12 carries.
Agreed.
You know what he's going to do in those 12 carries?
Watch him have like
score the ball.
300
Score
yards,
the ball.
touchdowns.
You probably have like 30 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Well, that's not what he does. All that man does is put the ball in the end zone. He's the Breece Hall of the NFL.
Ah.
How many touchdowns did he have in the year?
In a 16-game season.
Let's look.
Because from what I remember, Breece had 21 in a 12-game season.
My guess is probably 5 touchdowns for this Barber guy.
It was 4. But he was also hurt for a couple of games. So
258 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You got to keep that in mind.
How many total yards?
258 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Derrick Henry had that in one game.
And then he had a whopping 12 receiving yards.
He's not a pass catcher. He's a power back.
That had 258 yards and 4 touchdowns on
ground and pound. Gets you the first down.
He averaged 2.7 yards per carry.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Breece Hall averaged like 6.
I don't care. I'd rather have Peyton Barber, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
I think that's the nail in the coffin for me. Peyton Barber over Breece Hall.
I told you about this guy.
Oh man.
At least I'm consistent.
1,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. I guess it's nowhere near 250.
Right, Breece Hall's good. I love that man to death. I'd take a bullet for him.
You would take Peyton Barber?
I would on literally anything you could think of. Stab me with anything, as long as you don't hurt Peyton Barber.
I think that's the cutting point to this episode right there.
All right, well, what more can I say? I've said my piece.
All right, guys, that wraps up today's podcast. Hope you guys didn't lose too many brain cells listening to that delusional man we call Will Lucas. As always, make sure to subscribe and like the video if you did enjoy it. And also follow us on the Instagram at the 505, and also follow both of our personal accounts on Instagram and YouTube, mainly Evan.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, see you next time, guys.
Deuces.